It's a beautiful day in Canmore, and right now we're going to talk about the Canmore real estate market update for June 2024. We had 37 sales in June 2024. The average price point was $1,014,000. The average square foot price was $695, and they were on the market for about 43 days in total. If we compare that to June 2023, we are down about 20% in sales volume. Last year we had 46 sales. Average price points down about 11%. Last June it was about 1.14. The average square foot price last June was $780 per square foot, and properties were selling about 23% quicker in only just about 33 days. So we did have a rate drop in June of 2024. The federal government dropped it about 25 basis points, but that really didn't translate into any extra sales. June was a very quiet month for us this year, especially when we compare it to the last few years of history for June 2023 and June 2022. There is another announcement by the federal government in July. On the 24th of this month, they're going to announce another what they're going to do with rates again, whether that comes down another 25 basis points or whether they hold it again. But how did those sales break down in June of 2024? Well, we had 3 single family home sales. The average sale price was $1.144 million, or $585 per square foot, and they sat on the market for about 36 days. Duplexes, we had 4 sales. Average sale price was $1.592 million, or $629 per square foot, and they sat on the market for about 21 days. Townhomes, we had 8 sales at $1.152 million, or $597 per square foot, and they sat on the market a little bit longer for 52 days. Apartments, we had 14 sales for apartments this month. $670,000 was the average price point, or $681 per square foot, and they were selling fairly quickly in 33 days. Hotel condos, we had 4 sales of hotel condos at $747,000 as an average sale price, or $795 per square foot, and they were taking just over 3 months, 94 days to sell. So that's really sort of slowing down in the hotel condo market for now. Tourist homes, we had 3 sales. Average price point was $1.63 million, or $1,091 per square foot, and they were selling again very quickly at 26 days on the market. And then we had 1 land sale at $1.4 million, but it was on the market for about 248 days. June marks the end of the second quarter, and we had 136 sales in the second quarter of 2024. That's slightly up from the second quarter of 2023, where we saw 123 sales. This year, the average price point for the second quarter was $1.174 million, or $718 per square foot. Properties sold on average in about 40 days, so still very quickly. Properties were selling in the second quarter. If we look at 2023, we had 123 sales, as I said previously. The average price point was $1.134 million. Average price point was $758 per square foot, and properties were selling very similarly, actually, at 41 days on the market. 2022, we had 164 sales. Average price point was $968,000, or $708 per square foot, and they were selling really quickly in 2022 at 31 days on market. 2021 was our big pandemic year. We had 242 sales in the second quarter. Average price point was $836,000, or $618 per square foot, and again, things were selling very quickly in 33 days. And then 2020 was just as the pandemic was hitting, so that second quarter was real low. We had 77 sales in 2020. Average price point was still $775, or $435 per square foot, and they were on the market for about 92 days. June also marks the end of the first 6 months of the year. So how did we do for the first 2 quarters this year compared to the previous 5 years? Well, we had 248 sales in the first 2 quarters this year. Average price point was just over $1.1 million, $1.109 million, or $735 per square foot, and the properties were selling on average in about 50 days. 2023, we had 211 sales, so we're very similar to last year as far as how we're tracking for sales for the year. Average price point was $1,065,000, or $742 per square foot. Properties were selling again 49 days on market, so this year is very similar to 2023. In 2022, it was still a big year after the pandemic. We had 346 sales in that first 6 months of the year. Average price point was $994,000, or $713 per square foot, and properties were selling really quickly in 29 days. 2021, the pandemic year, the big sales year, 512 sales in that first 6 months of that year, a real outlier for Canmore real estate. $806,000 was the average price point at that point, $585 per square foot. and properties sold in about 49 days. And then in 2020, again with that second quarter in the pandemic just hitting, we only had 169 sales in the first 6 months. Average price point was $753,000 or $473 per square foot, and properties were selling in about 80 days. So even if we look back, if we're comparing 2020, then the average square foot price is up about 36% right now from 2020. And if we look at 2021, that real busy year from the pandemic, our prices are still up about 21% when we look at the square foot price. So some real big price increases over the last 5 years. July started off a little slower than I think usual. We had the long weekend, which was nice, and the big parade in Canmore. Stampede has started, so that usually slows our market down a little bit. And now we've got this big heat wave, so people are actually out enjoying the sun. As we move through July, it'll be interesting to see how we finish up with sales, but watch here next month and I'll certainly let you know all that. If you've got any questions about the Canmore real estate market, my contact information is below. Thanks for watching.